Separated feet, dead bodies hidden in hotel rooms, the strange murder of a family. Imagine, some of the crimes are so strange that we can say it's not clear what was the motive of the murder. In this series of the Unsolved Files, I'm going to introduce 3 of the strangest and most mysterious murder files for you, dear friends. If you stayed till the end of this video and enjoyed it, do not forget the like. If it is also your first time getting familiar with Talk to a Box and are interested in these types of videos, subscribe and turn on the bell not to lose the next videos. The Separated Feet File. Sometimes the sea waves carry strange things with themselves. One of these strange things was washed ashore in August 2007. This event was so serious that it turned into one of the biggest riddles in history. On a sunny day, a little girl was hovering on the beach of the Jadida Island when all of a sudden she saw a pair of Adidas shoes. She picked them up and looked inside and saw that there is a separated foot in the shoe. You might say to yourself, this is not something strange, and sea has brought the bodies of those drowned many times, and this foot might also belong to one of these individuals. Well, you might be right. But what if I tell you that this was repeated 21 times since August 2007? Canada's BC Coroner Service announced in December 2017 that the feet found belonged to no killer, and those feet belonged to those who have lost their lives in either accidents or suicides. This organization believes that the feet were separated from the bodies in the natural decomposition process. All of the feet found were in sneakers, and as the forensic medicine says, this matter has left the feet floating and be fairly whole against the decomposition process, and finally be washed ashore. Of course, a stranger theory was published by the government officials. They said that the feet belonged to the victims in 2004 tsunami. Their reason was that the times for making some of the shoes went back to before 2004. But the question is this: why were the shoes found in Salish beaches instead of going to nearer beaches like Indonesia, China, or India? Of course, if we want to consider further past times, we can say that case goes more than a century back. In 1887, a boot was found on the Vancouver beach with a foot in it. But the last one of these cases goes back to 2019. And this year, the people in Jetty Island, Everett, Washington, called the police and reported seeing a boot with a human foot in it. After examining the foot, the forensic medicine found out that the foot found belonged to an individual named Antonia Nail, who was left lost since December 12, 2016. Government's coverings caused more scary theories. Some of the experts believe that the source of this conspiracy goes back to the government. Some others also relate these events to secret faction or groups' customs. But another group also believes that all of these events are caused by a chain killer who throws the body parts of its victims into the beach. Despite all of these, the main reason for these events have not become clear yet, and this file is also one of the strangest unsolved files. The Mysterious Couches File. There is a famous myth which says that a young couple went to a hotel in Las Vegas to pass their honeymoon. Immediately after entering the room, they noticed a strange smell. The smell they felt was so intense that the man went back to the reception and asked for another room. The management apologized to the man and said that unfortunately there is no empty room. But he offered to send some men to clean the room while eating lunch. When that couple went back to the room, there was the same smell. They again reported it to the management and tried to find another place to stay. But it was decided for the room to be cleaned with stronger detergents. Unfortunately, this solution did not work either, and there was also no other rooms. In the end, the man decided to find the source of the smell. He found the dead body of a woman after he moved the mattress. In the first look, it might seem like a made-up story, but you'd better know that these kinds of files have been repeated in the newspapers times and times. For instance, the same thing happened to two German tourists in 1999. The couple were lying on the bed where the body of the 64-year-old Saul Hernandez was being decomposed. They complained to the manager because of the bad smell of the room. It was this event which led the dead body of Hernandez to be found. The other cases goes back to the year 1989 in Virginia, when Jerry Lee Dunbar found the remainings of two victims in the same way. The bodies belonged to the 27-year-old Deidre Smith and the 29-year-old Marilyn Graham. The body of Smith was found under the floor of the hotel's room, and Graham's body under the bed. In Smith's murder, the murderer had kept the body under the bed for 2 days and then had moved the body under the crawl space. It seemed that the body under the room's floor did not bother the murderer because the bodies were kept for 3 to 4 weeks in that condition. In the end, the bodies of both of the girls were found after the residents' complaints. According to BBC News, the newest similar case was reported in March 2010 in Memphis. On March 15th, the investigators found the body of an individual named Sonny Millbrook in room 222. The body was put under the bed inside a metal frame. Room 222 was cleaned many times after Millbrook's disappearance, but was rented only 5 times. The investigators believe that Millbrook was murdered. Before watching the last case, hit the like button quietly if you have enjoyed this video. The murder file of Miyazawa family. This strange file is about a 4-member Japanese family named Mikio or Yasuko Miyazawa with their 2 babies, the 6-year-old Rei and the 8-year-old Nina. On the 2000 New Year Eve, the bodies of this family were found in their house close to Tokyo. At the night of the accident, the murderer was able to use the tree to go to the bedroom's window of the 2nd floor and enter the house by removing the shutter of the window. The murderer decided to choke Rei after seeing her with bare hands. A lot of chaos was made after this event. The father of the family went up the stairs fast and got into a fight with the murderer and was able to hurt him. But the murderer killed the father, Mikio, by hitting the knife into his head. In the end, the murderer attacked Nina and the mother and killed them too. What makes this file strange is that after the investigations made, the detectives found that the murderer stayed in the house for 2 to 10 hours after committing the crime. It's interesting that the murderer used the first aid kit to dress his wounds during this time, and in full surprise, he took fruit and ice creams from the house's refrigerator. He has even used the computer and the bedroom in the house. What makes this file mysterious is that even though the police has the ability to find the murderer through the evidences, they have found no special individual. They might be trying to cover this up. What do you think? Why does the police sometimes try to keep the identity of the murderer secret? I'm eagerly waiting for your comment, and remember to tell me which case was more interesting and stranger to you. Like always, thank you for staying with Top to Box up to here, and I wish you health and happiness. See you till another unsolved file.